everybody. Three dads on a console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about. So we are here to do it for you. And remember, this show is kid friendly, so no earmuffs are needed.
True.
Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside Pezzy Boy.
What's up, baby boy? How we doing?
Sheesh. Good.
You ready
We are courtless.
You ready for the snow tomorrow?
No, because I closed school and I have to work.
What a shame.
So I don't know how that's going to go down. I have a busy day.
NyQuil. Well, yeah, NyQuil and video games. There you go.
She doesn't like play video game. Well, so she's gotten into watching my wife play the Animal Crossing phone game, which they both love.
Oh, Pocket Camp or whatever.
It's really cool. She tells me about all like the things they build and all the levels, and she likes Goldie and all that stuff. So that game apparently is really good. My wife's like all in on it, which is also good.
And I think that's what the $10 version that like has no microtransactions or whatever in it. Nice, very nice.
Did you have to pay for it? I think so. I think that it used to be a subscription, then they can't like change it over.
So there was the original Pocket Camp was free to play, but it was loaded with microtransactions.
Yeah.
And then I think what Nintendo did was like, they were like, okay, we're gonna like end its life more or less. Sounds really dark.
Wow.
And dire, but they were like, okay, we're gonna stop supporting this app, and we will just release it $10. Everything that's in there is in there already. You don't have to pay for anything. It's just a $10 fee. I think that's what happened.
I mean, I think it's really good. It's about like a campsite now. I do like how Animal Crossing has like all like the returning characters. So when my wife used to stream, I know some of these people that she's bringing to the island or the campsite.
Yeah,
I still call it an island, but apparently pretty good. But
I mean, if it's not my boy the clown, I forget his name now. Oh.
She hates the clown. And there was a bear that when she went into his house, it's like full of trash. There's like a fire inside. He's living in squalor. Yeah. It's like he chose to just be like that. He didn't have to be.
Pietro, that's his name. Shout out Pietro.
Pietro?
My goat.
That's a clown?
Yep. Pietro, my goat, dude. I love that dude. Love him because he's so ugly and everyone hates him. So I'm like, you are my ugly duckling, dude. You are my goat, and I will keep you on my island forever. And I did until the Switch destroyed my save.
Ew, why? Ew, you brought weird people to your island.
What?
The clown?
Yeah, the clown, dude. I had
you are who you invite to your island.
I had Pietro the clown. I had Lucha the wrestler.
That makes sense.
I had a few of them came in and out. Like I had the Unicorn Julian, because shout out to the internet. I learned how to do the tags. You know how they have like the Animal Crossing cards on the
I got some of those, yeah.
I forget what's the tag
RFIDs.
called? Yeah, but the tag is like, it's not I can't remember. But I learned on the internet how to buy like the tags basically and just make them on your phone. So I have all the Animal Crossing people. I have all the animals on my phone for the Switch game.
That's smart.
So if I wanted them, I could just like pop them. You know, you do the little tag and you pop them on, and then they show up.
Not cheating, just being built different.
It's not cheating at all because you can just go buy the cards. We are pirating Animal Crossing cards, baby. Let's go. Hashtag not a lawyer. Hashtag not financial advice.
Not financial advice. But what have you been up to this past week? Anything good?
I am deep into a new college football 25 dynasty. In like a week, I'm in like 2 weeks, I'm in year 4 of this dynasty, and I am engrossed, dude. I'm engrossed in it. It is a relegation dynasty. So for those that don't follow English football, promotion and relegation basically is like you have 2 divisions. You have the majors and the minors. If the minor team wins their division, they move up to the majors. The worst team in the majors moves down to the minors. So what I did was I basically created using spreadsheets. Shout out spreadsheets. I basically created all the major conferences based on location. So now, like right now, in like the SEC, which is the Southeast Conference, you have teams like Texas that is not in the Southeast, right? But like because it's a moneymaker, like Alabama and Texas, like they're in the SEC. What I did was I basically took the major conferences, your ACC, your SEC, your Big 12, your Big 10, and your Pac 12. And I took the highest rated schools in that region, right? So in the ACC, which is the Atlantic Coastal Conference, it's like Clemson. You know, I broke them up the divisions. It's called Atlantic and the Coastal. Like they all have fun little division names. And it's like your Atlantic ones is like Syracuse, Boston College. And then its sister conference is the American Conference, and that's broken up. And in that, it's smaller schools in the same region. So like in the AAC East, it's UMass, UConn, Army, Buffalo, like all those teams. And then you go through the off season, like, you know, my team, I have a bunch of team builder teams that I downloaded from the community and my own teams. And you play, you recruit. It's a great time. End of the year, I have my spreadsheet. Once again, I go through, I log all of the champions. I log the Heisman winner. Just because I like these like stupid anecdotal historical looks, because you can't get them in the game. So I'm like, I'll write it down, because if I play this for 10 years, you know, in my head, I can have a fun little story. Who cares? Is it nerdy? Yes. Do I love it? Yes. Then at the end of the season, what you do is you basically go, doesn't matter if they win the conference championship or not. You go through every division. You take the lowest in the majors, put them in the minors. You take the highest in the minors, you put them in the majors, and then you have parity in college football.
Ooh.
And that's the name of the game. And I've been doing this system since NCAA 14, when they introduced custom conferences, or 13, I can't remember. But it's my favorite thing to do. So I jumped back into a dynasty a couple weeks ago, and I've been loving it.
Do you play the games or do you just sim it?
I play all my games.
Respect.
There will be times, like if I'm beating, let's pick a bad team. If I'm beating UMass and it's like 50-7 in the third quarter, I'll super sim the rest of the game. Smart. But 90% of the time I'm playing my games. Here is something that was implemented in college football 25 that I hope that they actually put back in 26, because there was a time when you could do team builder and you could update it on the website. And if you played an online dynasty, once your team was uploaded on the website and you re-downloaded it, it would refresh your team in team builder.
Oh.
They had that active for like 3 weeks.
Why'd they do away with it?
No idea. Don't know if they intentionally meant to break it or it was never supposed to be like that. Because like I remember working on my first team, the Round Rock Raiders, shout out Round Rock, Texas. I updated like their uniforms a bunch because I was never happy with them, because I'm a perfectionist. So I'm never happy about anything, because I'm also a pessimist.
True.
I'm a perfect pessimist, as they say. And it would update in game, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And I was like, dang, man. Because like the team I'm using now, the Ontario Reign, spelled REIGN.
Isn't that the PWHL team?
That is a minor league hockey team.
Oh, it is Ontario. It used to be,
Reign, I think, a CHL team, because it's Ontario, California, not Canada.
It's Ottawa Charge. I'm getting it mixed. You're right. It's the Reign, and it has the LA logo.
So because their old logo, shout out Mike in AHL Kings team. Mike in chat here at youtube.com/3dads on a console. Their old logo was like a shield logo with a dragon in it, and it looked dope. Now it more mimics the Kings logo, but it looked dope. So I used a bunch of their logos for my my thing. Also, fun fact is for the Round Rock Raiders, I believe I also used a minor league hockey logo.
Which one?
Hold on. Raiders minor league hockey. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was not the Reno. I don't know. I'll find it later and I'll let you know. Maybe it was St. Albert Raiders. I can't remember. Can't remember.
So long ago, a dynasty ago.
A dynasty ago. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and just really enjoying college football. And yeah,
I'm excited for the new one to come out because I actually played that for a little bit. The old one, well, the newest one, last year's version, and I actually liked it a lot, even though I don't care about college football. Good game.
If I may interject,
You may.
the Romford Raiders.
I know that place.
They were a NIHL team, the second tier of British ice hockey. I found their logo.
It's very competitive over there.
I found their logo, and that's what I use. It's.
Do you think they
Raiders IHC is what it's called. They were founded in 1987.
Do you think they each stand at each other's blue line and just shoot from there and take turns volleying the puck to the net?
Maybe. And every time they take a hard slap shot, one's like, "Oh, bully! Oh, bully!"
That is a bad colonial expansionism warfare joke. You're welcome to all my 1,700 friends.
Zero got it. I'm sure zero people understood it. So
you know, like how warfare used to happen, like pre-revolution.
There's gonna be one guy driving in his car, and he's gonna be like, "I understood. That was great. What a great joke that was."
Stupid. Don't. Sorry.
Yeah,
there we go.
Thank you. When war was full of gentlemen, not just the savages that we have now. Not even flying their own damn planes.
Thank you. With gentlemen. I'm glad you're enjoying the old CFB.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a game that you can flow in and out of because it never changes, really. Because they're done updating it. So unless you play Ultimate Team, you're done. And they were pretty constant with their updates. They updated a lot of uniforms and stuff. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Shout out College Football 25. Great game.
I like them.
The best-selling game in 25.
Really?
Actually, might. Yeah, so I mean not 25, 24. And I think it's the best-selling sports game of all time.
That doesn't actually surprise me because it's been 10 years in the making and it's got such a dedicated fan base.
EA College Football 25 is the best-selling sports game in the United States. It was also the best-selling. It was also the top-selling game of 2024, surpassing Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Oh well, that doesn't surprise me.
That does surprise me because Call of Duty is that is
the butts.
That is it. It surpassed. What do you think is the best-selling video game of all time before this?
Of all time?
Yep.
GTA 5.
No. Sports game.
Oh my gosh. What would be the best-selling sports game? FIFA something? FIFA 18?
NBA 2K21.
Get out of here. That's that had Jordan on the cover.
Did it? 11 did. Did 21 have him on the cover?
Yeah, because it was on PS3, right?
NBA 2K21.
No, not 21. No. 11 had Jordan for PS3.
11 had Jordan.
I only know that because I sold a bunch of them.
Oh, it was Kobe Bryant, Damian Lillard, Zion Williamson based on your edition.
Fair.
NBA 2K11, by the way, one of the GOATs, dude. One of my favorite, if not my favorite game of all time. And Jordan was also on 12. He was on 11 and 12. Because that was a big deal because you could never be Michael Jordan in a game. It was like the Barry Bonds syndrome, like the Jim Dowd, right?
Oh god,
it was just number 23. He was still a black bald guy, but you couldn't tell, you knew who it was, but it wasn't Michael Jordan, but he was 99s across the board. You know, he was like dunking from the half court. It was just
Sticking his tongue out in the Jumpman pose.
Yeah,
Not
like,
Jordan.
yeah,
Michael Borden.
yeah, Michael Morden. Here is young Michael Morden coming down the court.
Went to South Carolina.
Go Gamecocks.
So close.
Go Cox.
So close. Speaking of sports, I've been playing the old NHL. Shocker.
I'm shocked.
It's team of the year, and I can finally take a step back because I made all the team of the year players I want. I did 7 free to play. So just like last year.
Inquire, was the last person Connor Hellebuck? Because I know you were back and forth on him. It was.
It was between him and MPP. EA did not give upgrades to women players last year.
EA hates women. You heard it here first.
No,
ladies and gentlemen.
Taylor Heisey and Hillary Knight were on my 4th line at 94. Like, it was awful. And again, you know, they're at 90s right now, and I think even Heisey's very, very viable at 90. I would say she's probably like the 3rd best forward. I would put her above Kucherov for this cycle. But I made Heisey, McDavid, McKinnon. I made Kucherov. I have a video that I haven't edited. But then I did Makar using the 85 I started with. And then I made Keller for the Boston Fleet because she's already a 94 and she's like 5'11 and she's awesome and her card will go up faster. And then I made Hellebuck because I suck at defense and he's always on the ice. So I figured in terms of utility, like, you know, time on ice, 60. May as well. And he's gigantic.
And he's a big lad, as we say.
Oh, Lord. So I'm glad to not have to like feel like I have to grind a lot. I mean, it's very fun to me, but I can kind of pause. I can kind of, you know, keep playing a little more, you know, casually. You know, still try to build my team up, but I don't have to like be like, oh, I got to finish all 30 games this week. Like, it's like, no, I'm good. And it's kind of nice. So, you know, that was fun. I can get back into doing the Steam Deck, back into playing Metaphor. Maybe do some Pistol League.
Dude, let's go.
That game's so good. I just need to stick with it, and you know, well, I was kind of swapped to NHL for the past few weeks, but
also shout out to Waba's stream at twitch.tv/WabaPlays, where you can also play Google Sheet Simulator.
So let me tell you about my latest Google Sheet. So today I decided, I'm like, you know what?
Tell him.
I got half an hour before 5 o'clock. You know, when I make Hellebuck, I don't have no games to play because I played all 30, which is weird. And I won a lot more than I typically do because my team is better than people's, so I get lucky. So to make an icon, you need to trade in a bunch of crappy cards, and you get a icon choice pack. You have to make 12 82 overall icons to make Gretzky. So when you open the pack, sometimes in regular packs, you can either go through each one, or you can hit square and it'll go reveal all. In these icon packs of 12, you cannot do that. You have to click each one manually because they're icon players, and it goes through a little animation of it cracking open. It's an 82 overall. My chat was livid today, and I said, you know what? F this. I'm going to figure out how much time I'm wasting. So I did a quick time study, a time and motion study while on stream. So I had I built this with them, and people are like doing like the nerd thing, and I'm like, oh God, they got me doing this crap at home, like doing this crap in my free time, like whatever. So there were 3 times I did. I had 66 seconds, 63 seconds, 63 seconds. So 2 of the same to get through all 12. I took out anything that was just not statistically relevant. So like, for example, opening the pack and like, you know, anything after the last player, because you still have to go through and pick the player you want. So I did literally from the time I clicked the first icon to the time where the last icon hit, and I did it on my phone. The fact that I got 2 63s, I know I did it right.
You're right.
So there. average of 64 seconds, which means per icon it takes 12, because you have to do this 12 times. 12.8 minutes. So that's how long it takes per icon just to create one, if you have all the cards, because of this stupid animation or lack of animation. So I did the time to reveal all. I made some ones, like some sets where I could just hit reveal all. It takes about 1.5 seconds. So the time that EA is like, literally, this is wasted time. Like, this time does not matter. If you just hit reveal all, you can then pick your stuff. Again, I only measured what I felt was relevant, which is anything that has to do with the animations from front to back, not going through all the players. You waste about like 12.5 minutes per icon you build. And that's
Oh.
literally just clicking and waiting for an animation. It is the most disrespectful. That's the term. It's disrespectful to your player base because these are the people that are dedicated. Well, and it's like you want to build like the marquee cards. So like literally, it's just making your user waste time.
Mm.
There's no reason for it, and it shouldn't take that long. Not to mention, they added sets to make it easier to build Team of the Year cards in bulk. So instead of just doing 3 at a time, they did like, oh, you can do 6, you can do 12, or whatever. Then they added a objective for sets, which incentivized you to do more sets. So they gave it. They waited till after Team of the Year was like almost done, and then
EA.
they also said, hey, I know it's better to do less sets, but like we're gonna ask you to do more for better rewards. It's
Shout out EA.
I'm telling you, the people in charge of the content, like, I don't know. This must be their first time, and I appreciate that they're doing their best. But it's just in terms of like just game mechanics, it's silly. I don't know. Anyway, they had me do basically a time and motion study in my free time. That's how pissed off I was.
Really?
Yeah. So I could prove it with math. Like, I did math to prove why I was pissed. I didn't want people to know
That's
that I
fair.
was mad. I wanted them to know mathematically why I was upset.
I mean, they can know, and then you can be like, and the math is my backup.
Yeah, and they're like, "Why don't you tell them?" I'm like, "Because I'm in the creator network. That is different, and also it sounds like they're not listening to the folks anyway. But doesn't matter."
Why
But-
would they? EA hates women. Shout out everybody.
I'm
Shout out
so
women.
last year, I'm telling you, Sarah Fillier, who was the center Team of the Year player, it was like was it the cards like came out in January? It was like April, and she was still at a 90 overall. It was insane how little they paid attention to the progression of the female players. It's, in my opinion, insulting because if you're going to make PWHL or whatever league, it was it wasn't PWHL at the time. It was the women's national because they didn't have the rights yet.
Yeah.
But like, why would you put that in the game and then not pay? Like, it just, I don't know. I hope the progression's better this year because last year it was ridiculous. Especially because I do like I think Taylor Heisey is a fantastic center. Like Hillary Knight was in it, who's a Boston player. Like
Hill Dog.
Yeah,
Shout out Hill Dog.
and I got Killer Keller. So we'll see how she. I mean, she's tied to her fantasy card, so every time she gets a goal, she goes up +2. But
Nice.
I'm worried about Heisey. They better put some respect on her name.
Yeah, put some respect on her name, EA. We see you. I see you. I see you.
You're on notice.
You're on notice. I see you. And I don't like
But-
it.
But yeah, that's what's been going on this week, and I'm excited to just kind of
Respect.
take a step back.
Hey, Waba, I have a
yeah.
question for you.
Yes.
Did you buy Meta ReFantasio at the MSRP of
I did not.
$69.99?
I would have, but surprisingly, I did not.
So, the reason I ask is a report has recently come out that GTA 6 could be $100. This is from Newsweek. Newsweek doing video game
Newsweek?
news?
Wow.
What? Matthew Ball from
He's on the ball.
Yep. Epilion. I'm going to call it Epilion. It's probably wrong. Has published a new report aptly titled The State of Video Gaming in 2025.
Oh.
In it, Ball discusses various topics such as the growth of traditional gaming platforms and upcoming products and tools can act as growth engines for the industry. The final section of the presentation focuses on the potential pricing of GTA 6 and how it might impact decisions for other game makers. Quote, but some game makers hope GTA 6 will be priced at $80 to $100, breaking the $70 barrier and helping $50 titles move up to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, etc., etc. So, when games recently, because I think it was as recent as 2 years ago, went from 60 to 70, people were like, oh, are you kidding me? We're never going to do this. Didn't matter. Call of Duty, Madden sell billions and billions of copies. College football, billions of copies. Best-selling game of all time. Blah, 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 blah. at $100, you, as a gamer, as a parent with other financial responsibilities that isn't just like, I'm going to spend, $1,000 a year on video games and microtransactions, blah, blah, blah. What is your opinion on video games, base video games costing, and this isn't just a question of Grand Theft Auto, because I don't like Grand Theft Auto at $60 because and I think you may have said this, but someone on this podcast said it's as long, it's a mile long and an inch deep, because really it's like you have all these things to do, but like once you start doing the things, they're the same things for 60 hours, right? What are your thoughts as a fiscally responsible adult? And I know you are, because I know how cheap you are. What are your thoughts on $100 for a base video game?
Well, if you're a creator and you're looking to reduce your taxable income, this is a great opportunity. I don't care about GTA. I don't. I played. I thought 4 was great. I was in a different. I was in college. 5 I thought was fine. I don't go back to it. I don't care enough to. But people are really into it. Now, I am someone who has paid extra for games. If it's a version I like, I have bought the collector's editions. I paid $150, $125. I have no problem paying, even when games were $60. Pay $80 for a special version, $100. If it's a game I really like and want to support, Persona, I will go out of my way and buy the collector's editions. However, you get extra stuff with that. What I imagine GTA may do is, if you want the base game, $70. Or if you want GTA 6 online, Buku Buck, Bungus Dollar, extra mansion, pet, gorilla in your house. Yeah, they'll probably charge you $100 for that, especially because I have GTA 5. I'm going to sell it. GTA 5 Collector's Edition. Or maybe it's 4. No, I think it's 5, because it comes with a lockbox, comes with a bag like that they use in the heist. It comes with an art book. Pretty cool. I will be selling it when the game comes out.
Is it the Fallout 76 canvas bag that never got released? Okay.
It is. That bag is worth way more than what it was paid for it, unfortunately, because of the story. But no, this is a nice bag. But yeah, I mean, will I sell it? I don't know. I kind of like it.
You will.
No, I'm not so sure, because I do like collection editions. They don't make them like that anymore. I'm not going to. Sorry. If you were going to reach out to me, I'm not doing it.
Welcome everyone to what it's like pre and post podcast Discord. Just just freebasing everywhere.
So yeah, I'm not going to. So yeah. So anyway, but like collectors. So I feel like, and I'm gonna before I circle back, collector's editions used to offer a lot of value for what you got, and you did have to pay a premium for it. Now you're seeing it trend a lot more into digital, because you don't have to actually produce stuff and worry about that, like the 76 Fiasco. Even though they're an online game, I'm shocked they still made that mistake. So I feel like just giving somebody extra bungus bucks, it's no sweat to them. It's just a voucher inside of a case, and it's way easier to distribute. And you're going to have people who are obsessed. They're like, I'm going to get bungus bucks anyway. I may as well get it, because I'm going to get $100 of bungus bucks for an extra $40 or 30, whatever it is. So I feel like that's what is being talked about. I don't think the price will increase to 100, because you're going to price out a lot of people, mainly the parents, who are going to see that. As soon as you see those 3 digits, they're going to say, no, you don't need this crap. You have the last one. I bought you bungus bucks on the last one. You're good.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what are your thoughts? Because I think you're probably more of a GTA person than me.
What if I told you the gaming industry already does this? But what they do, how they get you, ladies and gentlemen, is you, instead of paying $100 for the base game, you pay $100 to access the game 3 days early. And when you buy those games, when you buy those digital deluxe versions, right? You're paying for the early access. You're getting the base game. Maybe sometimes you're getting bungus bucks or whatever, right? Maybe it's like some crappy skin or whatever. But the industry is already charging you this money. You're just being allowed to play it a couple days early.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what they'll do is they will eventually move into a game is $100. If you want the digital deluxe, 125, 150, right? Because like 130 maybe. Because if you look at it like, okay, let's take WWE 2K25 as our example. That has 3 versions. 3 versions of a game. I hate this crap, by the way.
That's wild.
Base game, $69.99.
Nice.
PC, $59.99. Shout out PC. Of course not here to make fun of me, so shout out PC.
I can say that now because I have a Steam Deck.
So that's the base game. Come on, man, where are you? The Dead Man version, which is the Undertaker version, which is like your digital deluxe version, $100. Get it 7 days early. You get a bunch of digital crap with it. My faction cards, like, oh, you want to play our Ultimate Team? We're gonna give you a bunch of Ultimate Team stuff. Like, hey, pre-order the show and you'll get 50 regular packs, and you pull garbage out of it. And then the Bloodline edition. Shout out Roman and the boys. $130.
That's wild.
Get the game 7 days early, and again,
that's almost double.
And again, a bunch of the cosmetics, right?
That is double.
That is double. It's all
double PC.
It's double PC. Yeah, it's almost double console.
Yeah, so but like, they got you by the stones if you're a wrestling fan.
Gamers
you got no other option.
Gamers are already doing it. If they came out and they were like, we're going to give you a GTA 6 digital deluxe version, it's $150. You can play it 3 days early. You'll get $1 million GTA bucks for the online version, which there is also a rumor that it's going to be separate. So you have to buy it separately.
That would be diabolical.
And they're like, oh, we'll give you alternate skins for the dude and the girl that you'll play as. People will buy that in droves, my guy. People will buy that. I think you'll find a lot of complaining on the internet, as one does. But in the end, games are still going to rake in a ton of cash. So now my question is, how does this change your gaming spending habits, if at all? Because maybe you don't buy them day one. So let's talk through that process.
So so again, I didn't buy Metaphor right away, and I'm using that as an example because that's right up my alley, because I knew I didn't have time. I was like, oh, I'm still getting an NHL, like that's fine. So I was able to wait and get it, a little bit on sale, which was fine. But like, let's say Persona 6 comes out, I'll pay extra to do it. But like, I want to do it to support the developers. Not that they need help. Atlas doesn't need Sega doesn't need my money, but it's to show them I like that. Keep doing it. I feel like people, when it comes to GTA, it's like this is like their jam. Like I feel like, God, can I generalize? I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
Do it, Doug.
Let's do it. I feel like if you're a hardcore GTA gamer, that might be one of the few like big releases you play. Now, I'm not saying that only people play GTA. That's not like their only thing. I know a lot of casual people like myself who played, the other ones. But like, there are gonna be people where they get that and that's their only game for like 6 months.
Yep.
And even if you just play single player, you don't need like that. That could be it. And I think that when you rationalize it that way, $100 for 6 months of entertainment minimum is easy to rationalize. Oh, I just won't go to the bar for 2 weekends. I don't like it because there are games where I've tried it and I probably wouldn't have tried it if the price point was as high as what we're talking about. I just wouldn't get into it. But with GTA, you don't need to worry about that.
Right.
Like, it's such an anomaly. It's bigger than Call of Duty, I would say now, because Call of Duty is, it's like a nothing burger now, like compared to what it was. People aren't scared of it anymore. But this is just, it's so interesting to see something that everybody is just terrified of. Like, they find out the month and they clear out 1 month before and 1 month after.
Yeah, why would you release the same week as GTA? You're gonna kill your game, right?
Yeah, unless you're like Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's the only thing that can go up against it.
Shout out Hello Kitty Island Adventure. what an absolute banger
I
of a
heard it's
game.
legitimately good. But
your
your thoughts?
Yeah, so I have pretty much stopped buying games at launch. Like, unless I really, really, really know I'll put time into it. Example, college football, right? College football, bought it at launch,
Monster.
probably 200 something hours into it. Monster Hunter, like, I'll buy it at launch. But like, you know that you and the listeners know I am a physical media guy, right? So like, let's take the two games sitting next to me, for example. NHL 25, right? I very openly, while you guys were talking good things about it, was like, nah, it's not for me. I'm not going to buy it at launch. A month later, it goes on 50%.
Yep.
Spider-Man 2, right?
Spider-Man.
Great game. I've been loving it. Was like, I'm not going to buy it at launch. Black Friday sale comes along, 50% off, $35. Dude, I'll snag it. Let's go. Let's run. I have been in the past probably 5 years or so. I have been a gamer that will only buy certain games on launch day. It is. I do not pre-order games anymore. Unless it is something like, some special collector's edition of like Cult of the Lamb or something I really want on like special reserve games or whatever, right? I'm not pre-ordering Call of Duty at launch because A, it's digitally. B, if I wanted a physical copy, I could walk into a GameStop, say, hey man, can I get Call of Duty Black Ops 6? And they're not going to go, did you pre-order it? Because they have 8 million copies, right? If it's, again, Cult of the Lamb, I'll pre-order it. But I don't pre-order games anymore. Like Monster Hunter, I'm not going to pre-order it because even though I'm going to buy it day one, because for a few reasons. One, I want to know how it runs on PC. Shout out Capcom for putting out a benchmark tool today. So I'll download that after the show and see if Monster Hunter will spit it'd be like, dude, don't play this. Your PC can't handle it. But it can because it ran the demo.
Can't do it, brokey. Get a better graphics
Can't do it,
card.
bro. It just comes up on the screen that says, play the PS5 version, you scrub. So I just, for all my PC players, is there any deal.com? Put in all the games on your Steam wish list and you can set it to certain price percentages. So like all mine are 50%. So like when Persona 3 drops below 50%, I'll buy it. And it's been at 50%. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? We can
physical. I got it for 20.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I can wait. Well, this is on Steam. So I can be like, I can wait. Yeah. I can wait until it's 65%, like summer sale next year or whatever. Cause still trying to get through Persona 5. So yeah, I'm not a big, it won't impact me as much because I am not a gotta have the game on day one gamer unless it is a franchise I love. And there's like 3 of them. It's like any Legend of Zelda, any Monster Hunter, and that's probably it. Maybe any Mario, depending on if I'm feeling it or not. Because some Marios, like the 3D the 2D Marios from like the Wii U era and even the Wii era was like, I didn't like it. I thought they were boring. So even then, like Mario Wonder, I loved Mario Wonder. I didn't buy it day one.
No.
And with Nintendo, it's like, it doesn't matter because the games never go on sale anyway. But still, I want to hear like friends' reviews of it. I want to watch reviews of it. I want to know it's worth my money. So that's where I'm at with that whole thing. Like, it's not going to affect me because I don't need every game that comes out. I pick and choose the ones I really want.
Well, I like it because it's like, oh, well, I'm going to get it anyway. I may as well get a few extra things. And again, just, kind of, again, shout out EA, like working with them, like they give the early copies, like the deluxe edition. So I get to kind of see like what goes in, what's included with that, which is really cool. And I would have gotten, had I pre-ordered it myself, I would have gotten that because it's like, okay, I'm going to play it anyway. But it's interesting now how pre-ordering, it's just a way to get sales earlier. because that wasn't like a thing. Like even when it used to be GameStop heavy, so it was like, okay, you put a down payment of what, like $5 down,
$5, baby, $5.
and you don't realize the sale until launch day. So literally, like those $5, it might not even turn into a full sale. So you're still like hedging it. Like you got these people like, oh man, I want to get this so bad, I'm gonna put $5 down, and then like maybe they don't show up, or maybe they like get their money back because like you can cancel that pre-order. Now canceling a digital pre-order, depending on the company, tough. I think Sony are locked in. Like good luck. I don't know about Xbox. Steam is probably easy because you can return games you play. But
Yeah,
it's you're pre-purchasing. Now, when I used to pre-order games all the time, physical ones, it was because I was scared I wouldn't be able to get it. Collector's editions to the point where I would order 2 from 2 different places because they freaking sold my Best Buy sold my Fallout New Vegas one. Those people
removing a shout out for Best Buy.
Yeah, shout not happy. No. Well, Best Buy did have a gamers club, but it got me like 20% off all games.
Dude, their gamers club unlocked was a cheat.
Dude, I abused that. I bought so many games from them.
We're the reason they stopped it. We're the reason they stopped it.
So honestly, like I got them back. But like, you know, I remember there was a day where it's like Madden came out, GTA 5 came out, or maybe GTA 4 came out, and then Hatsune Miku Project Diva for PS3 came out. So I'm in this giant line at GameStop. I probably waited like 20 minutes. They get to the front and they go, "Oh, did you pre-order Madden? Did you pre-order Madden or GTA?" I go, "I got Hatsune Miku Project Diva." And he goes, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Man, please don't make me
You're like, man, just go get my box of anime stuff and leave me alone. Okay, how
don't
about
let
that?
me do this." So he goes, "What does it look like?" He goes, "What does it look like?" I'm like, and my like wife was there. This, you know, it's got like an anime girl with blue hair on it, with teal a little bit.
Like, how dare you not know what my waifu looks like? You absolute chud.
When they had these giant boxes full of both other titles, they're just pulling random ones out. And he's looking at all the drawers. That happened a lot. I remember because I pre-ordered what is it? Freedom Wars for Vita, which that's coming back soon. And it got to the point where the guy couldn't find it, and so my wife, who's tall, reaches over the counter, opens the thing, goes, "This is it," which you can't do that anymore. OG GameStop was fun, but yeah, you would pre-order a game to actually reserve it because there weren't enough copies, especially if it was like a weird enough rare game. And now it's not. It's just a way to accumulate funds early.
Yeah, the one game I remember I pre-ordered and walked into a GameStop to get was Song of the Deep. I don't know if you ever played that. It was a PS4 game. Came out.
I think I have it on.
I want to say 2014.
I think
2016. Came out in 2016. It was.
Oh, I have that. Yeah.
Developed by Insomniac.
Yep.
I pre-ordered it because I was like, "Well, this game looks pretty dope." Walked in and I was like, "Hey man, I'm here to pick up Song of the Deep." He goes, "You're the only one that has pre-ordered this game," and I was like, "Sweet." That's how you know you get your copy, when it's this obscure like little. I don't want to call it an indie project with Insomniac, but at the time it was like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the only time I've done it. Like now I would never. Like imagine going into a GameStop and be like, "Hey man, I pre-ordered Call of Duty. Can I get my Call of Duty copy?" They'd be like, "What? Go away."
Yeah, why? Well, the stuff that comes with it is cool. Like I still have a Modern Warfare 2 PS2 background I never unscratched. Like they gave stuff like that. Marvel vs. Capcom. Dude, I can go on about pre-order bonus. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 gave out small like fathead magnets of like Wolverine and Dante, to the point where I asked them for extra and they just gave it to me, because like that's just how people have like this image of GameStop now. They just used to be chill dudes.
Yeah, they
guys and girls. Like it was awesome. I got an Infamous 2 poster that I actually hung up before I, you know, kind of had to move stuff down. And I asked for an extra one at a different GameStop and they just gave it to me.
Do you want to
like they used to be cool?
Do you want to hear how dope GameStop employees used to be? So there's a Reddit subreddit. There is a subreddit, a Reddit subreddit, a red subreddit Reddit called GameSwap.
Why are you skipping?
r/GameSwap.
I know GameSwap.
And so I was big like 2-3 years ago. No, because I was living in my old city. So 5-6 years ago. Big on the GameSwap. Loved it. Swap all my Switch games. Here's the problem with your boy, young Pezzy boy. I always did a terrible job keeping my cases.
Oh, you jerk.
So I would go into GameStop every week, and I knew the manager because I was there all the time. And I'd be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He's like, "Nothing. What are you looking for today?" And I go, "You got any clear Switch cases I can take?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he would bring out stacks of Switch cases. Clear. So then basically I would, on GameSwap, I would be like, in case, no art, like game with a clear case. And no one cared because they just wanted to swap the games. Free Switch cases for like weeks. And then he was like, "I have no more. You took them all." And then I was like, "All right, dude, thank you." Game daps and move on, dude. They were the best. They were some cool dudes.
The only thing I disliked, and it's not the people working there, their practice, but how they would sell new games that were open.
Oh yeah.
Because like again, a lot of stuff I bought was like I would buy like obscure Vita titles, like, and if like it came open, I would say I need a new copy. And if they didn't have it, I would have them tell me where there was a copy and have them reserve it for me, because it's like, if I'm paying full price and it's open, it's not new. Like, this makes no sense. Especially if you're pre-ordering it. There's no reason that thing should be open. That's the only thing I had an issue with, and also, especially with how I care about the quality of stuff. So, but yeah, pre-ordering, wild,
crazy, just like an insane practice, truly. And in an age of digital video games where most of the people are not like us and enjoy physical media more so. The reason I enjoy physical media is not really to have it, but because it's dramatically cheaper.
Yes.
Like, I don't care about this copy of Spider-Man. At some point, it's going to go to my nephew, and then who knows where it's going to go because he loves Spider-Man. For me, it was like, oh, I know that in like 3 months, that'll be 50% off. So why do I, like an Ubisoft title? Like, why would I spend $70 on it? I know in 6 weeks, it's going to be 50% off.
Go buy Outlaws.
I can spend $35 on it instead. Like, that's
well,
how
there was no
I now,
digital.
That's how I know. That's how I now look at games.
Well, there's no digital version. Like, it was just, that was it. Now you can just like pre-ordering a digital thing is so weird to me.
Right.
Sometimes, and I do it. Like, there's no
it's like, it's never gonna run out.
Exactly.
It's never gonna run out.
You don't numbers.
You don't need to pre-order Monster Hunter now on your PS5. It's because it's not going anywhere. Who knows?
It's different. I mean, like my baby Blitz Elite 2.
Blitz Elite 2.
Can't find it anywhere. I did go into so before I knew that they sold games on Tuesday, the website said that they would come out on Monday, which means they're for sale on Tuesday. I went into all these GameStops that day. I think I probably cut class, and I said, "Can you sell this to me?" They said, "No, comes out tomorrow." I offered them cash to sell it to me that day, and none of them took it. So honestly, good integrity on those kids, but I would take the money.
Have you ever gotten a game before release date? Like physically?
Accidentally. I don't think that ever happened. Like, that no one broke like Street Date around where I was. Did you?
Once. And it was Infamous Second Son.
That was a good game.
And
I like that.
The problem was when it happened to me, streaming was not a thing. So I couldn't even monetize it. Couldn't even monetize it.
Unlucky.
So it was just me being on like Twitter, being like, "Oh my God, look what I have." And like, no one cares. Who cares? No one cares.
It's funny now, if that happens, your PlayStation or Xbox account gets like yeeted, and you get like they just shut you down, and it's like, dude, it's not my fault. Like, that Best Buy sent me this a day early. Like, what do you want?
That's not my fault. Best Buy is a bunch of incompetent dum-dums who, the one up in Salem, New Hampshire, got rid of all their movies, and it really cheeses my onions. Because like physical media is dying. Save physical media, friends.
Yeah, that's. The day will come when I go back through all my like games and stuff, and I might trim it down a little bit. I don't have an emotional attachment to anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But there's somewhere it's like you can't find it anywhere
right
anymore. Even emulation too. Like I know we talked about that, like the Blitz, like you can't emulate it. It's just a lot of PS3 games, they just don't like
Dude,
work.
PS3. My PC is quite good, I think. Still, it struggles to run PS3 games.
And games that are old for whatever reason. So I'm looking for like stuff for my Steam Deck, and one of my favorite PC games. This is so stupid. I have a tab open. It was Oregon Trail, like third edition.
What?
And it's just a version of Oregon Trail where like they have like these little like little videos of these people, so you click on them to like recruit them, and they like talk as like they're a real person, and it's not like computer graphics. It's like literally they film someone on a green screen, and like you can like talk to them. It's stupid. It's just Oregon Trail, but I remember it. You can't play it. Like, so first off, there are only CDs. But like if you do find like the ROM or whatever, the file, it just doesn't run on new Windows. So there's like this whole generation of like old PC games that like just don't run on newer like operating systems. And it's not because it's not powerful, it's just they just don't like
It
they
just
didn't
doesn't
like
work.
yeah. It
Right.
just doesn't work. So I'm like trying to find this. I'm like watching YouTube. I'm like, man, that would be fun to like, like kill some time playing. And I'm like, I can't. I have I think like 2 of the CDs, but I don't even like even if I had a player like USB, it doesn't matter because my computer can't run it with all this stuff I have in it. You have to like dumb down or like virtual machine like an old. Even that might not work. It's just weird.
Right, you gotta find Nana's old computer that still has like Juno Mail on it that's running ME 2000.
Yeah, got Ask
lucky.
Jeeves in it as
man.
a bookmark.
That reminds me, I don't think you're old enough for this, but like shout out my old heads out there. When in grade school, in elementary school, we used to play games on the Apple II. Shout out Odell Lake. Have you ever played that game?
Odell Lake. No.
Odell Lake was a game where you basically you're in a lake and you are a like a fish, like a species of fish, and then you eat other species of fish, and it teaches kids like the food chain. Man, I love that game. That game was so dope.
Oh my gosh, I did play that because I remember they had the floppies that you would use to play like Oregon Trail, and people just shot buffalo or whatever.
Yeah, it was Oregon Trail. It was Number Munchers.
Number Munchers.
It was Word
Munchers was so good.
It was Number and Word Munchers and Odell Lake. Those are like the 4 I vividly remember.
Math Blaster. Are you kidding me? I used to play Math Blaster. I'm looking at screenshots right now. Hot damn. There was like, oh my god.
Oh, see, I never played Math Blaster.
Just take me. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Dude, take me back.
I remember I had a version of Carmen Sandiego with a book that was like this thick. And like you would have to like look up stuff in the book to like find her coordinates or whatever. Shout out that game too.
She's still out there. Like I never found her. Unreal. Carmen Sandiego. I'm looking at like that stuff now. Oregon Trail 2. That was it. That was it. Like I remember the blue and green background. You just lighten up these buffalo.
Yep, I was
nobody's safe.
A banker from Boston, so I could buy stuff at the store.
Dude, that was so fun. Like it's like literally, it's like okay, you got a party. Okay, you got 1 pair of clothes for each of them.
Yep.
You get no food because you know you're gonna murk these animals.
Nope.
No medicine.
Nope.
No extra supplies.
Nope.
But you got max out 9999 bullets.
Yep.
Because you are the John Wick of whatever wilderness.
And then you just hit the arrow keys and spin in a circle and shoot, and then just shoot these little white pellets. So you just are like a sprinkler of bullets.
You have acquired 1,000 pounds of buffalo meat, but you can only take 50 back to the wagon.
Yeah, you can carry like 6 pounds.
Whoever's showing up next is gonna see this like rotting carcass and be like, I think we should turn around.
It's the Native American with the 1 tear rolling down his face because it's just like real life. It's just like real life.
Yeah. It's what we did because of our actions in grade school. That's why there are very few. That's why you can only find buffalo chicken and not buffalo.
That's right.
Anything else.
Oh my gosh. One year my daughter's friend was like, is buffalo chicken made out of chicken? And I was like, dude, public school has failed you, dog. Like you are in 7th grade. Why did you just ask me that question? Like wrap it up, Gen Alpha. Like it's so over for you guys.
It's my favorite joke in Grown Up. So it's like, well, guess we don't have to worry about paying for college.
Yep. She was like, is buffalo chicken really like like it's made out of chicken, right? We're like, yeah. They're like, is it a buffalo chicken? Why do they call it that? It's like a mix of a buffalo and a chicken. I was like, dude, yes. And why my wife and I went along with it for like 20 minutes. And then Kenzie was like, no, it's just from buffalo sauce, you dummy.
I used to convince kids that falafel was parts of a deer.
Nice.
And they loved it. They thought they were eating deer.
I think my best parenting pivot when it came to food was, it was in October and I accidentally bought spinach raviolis. So they had the white shell, but inside it was green. And I wasn't like paying attention at the store. I don't know what was going on. It was only when it was my oldest daughter, and she at the time was probably like 5 or 6. We get them home, put them in the pot. I'm like, oh crap, dude, these are spinach raviolis. What am I going to do? She's going to be pissed. She cracks them open. She goes, Greg, why are they green? And I went, they're special Halloween edition. And she was like,
you got this.
And she was like, oh my God, I love them. They're so good. She still to this day talks about the Halloween edition raviolis, and I don't have the heart to tell her. She's 21.
Just buy them
she'll
for
be like,
her.
remember when you bought those Halloween edition raviolis and we never had them again? And I was like, yep. They only made them 1 year. And for some reason, they don't make them anymore.
That's awesome.
I had to pivot so hard, dude, because like my wife was working late, that was dinner, and we didn't have food to make anything else. And
yeah, we went over a friend's house, and I don't know if my daughter likes fish, but they made fish sticks. So we told her it was chicken nuggets or like chicken fries, and she ate them all. She's like, "Oh, this is really good."
Dude,
okay, so you like fish sticks?
Like, kids, man, unreal.
So
all in all, don't buy $100 games. Lie to your kids.
But podcast you should spend $100 at youtube.com/data. No,
we have nothing to give you for. You can't even give us. There is no venue for you to give us $100. So,
dude, if someone wants to give us $100, I'll find a venue. We start. I'll send you our wire, or a PO box.
Yeah, we'll send you. We'll have you download AnyDesk or TeamViewer, and then we'll go into our special secured server for the Chase Bank, and then we'll
helpme.com.
Yeah, and then your $100 will turn into 10,000. Oh my God, ma'am! I can't believe what you did.
I know. I love it.
Dude, I love
you have to go to the local. What do you have? A local Piggly Wiggly? Yeah, go to your Piggly Wiggly, and you can either go to a Bitcoin machine or you can pay us in Target gift cards.
Guys, remember, if Norton Antivirus calls you and they want $2,000 worth of $500 Sephora gift cards, give it to them because you forgot that your antivirus lapsed.
When I went to visit my grandparents, they got a bunch of spam calls, and I do too because I have a Florida number. So I went along with it. They're asking me questions. I said my name is Joe. Hit him with the Joe Mama. And I just laugh in their face so obnoxiously, and I tell them I'm laughing at you. I say, "How does your script say that you have to stay on the call until I hang up? How long do you have? How long are we going to be here? How long do you want to do this? If I can make their life a living hell, just one call at a time." They'll stop.
My Nana got a spam call on Thanksgiving at my house because we were hosting, and she just passed the phone around to everybody at the table. There's like 17 of us, and everyone came into the dining room, talked to them, went back to watch football. It was great.
I heard that if you're on the do not call list, if you can figure out where they're calling from, you can send them a letter using a boilerplate template, and I think it costs them $1,000 every time.
Really?
So you can basically settle with them. So I haven't been successful at this, but I have recorded a call. You have to tell them Massachusetts because it's 2 parties. You have to say, "Oh yeah, I'm just recording this for my records." But I was able to get the address out of them. So you have to be like really good at like social engineering.
Nice.
And you have to verify because the address they told me I think was a warehouse, so I think it wasn't their actual one. But if you get one where they can send it to, you can basically like send like a looking letter and say like, well, based on this amount of calls, this is how much you owe me. How we're gonna settle for this much. Let me know how provide you. And there are people that like write apps that will get you. Like that's what they do. Like they
Really?
basically like anytime you get a call because you're on the do a call list, like there's templates and stuff to send. So anyway, not financial advice, but look into it yourself. It's
The
interesting.
last one I had, I was driving Kenzie to school, and they were like, "Hi, we're looking for blah blah blah," and I went into my Donald Trump impression for about 15 minutes, and she was belly laughing in the car openly, like as we were driving.
The kids love it when you because they don't get there's no prank calling anymore. And before I go in that rabbit hole, but this is the closest they'll get to it.
Right?
So
Yeah.
like having your kid scream "Joe Mama" into a phone at a stranger is very entertaining to them.
I don't think my kids would know how to prank call someone.
No,
because it's
Well,
just
caller
not a
ID, you're
practice
done.
anymore. Caller ID ruined everything.
And home phones, there are none.
There are no home phones. Everyone has a cell phone. Everyone has caller ID on said cell phone.
Oh, those are the days.
And you knew who you were then. Sorry.
And Ding Dong Dash before there were like real stakes at play.
Before
and
you get
ring
shot
cameras.
now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now
Ring
it's
cameras
like
and shotguns. Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah. Hell yeah, dude. America 2025. Ring cameras and shotguns. Let's go. We're out here to have a good time.
Okay. And with that, any other final thoughts for the folks before we let them go?
No. Thank you for hanging out with a show that Waba and I literally rolled in at 7:50, and I was like, I've been working all day. I got home at 7:30 from work, shoved a chicken fajita in my face, and went, "What do you want to talk about?" And he said, "We'll figure it out." And we went live.
And we did.
And here we are.
My final thought is if you're in the Boston area, they are doing a fan fest before the Four Nations hockey game that I'm going to. It's happening all weekend, and you can take a picture of the Stanley Cup. So go do that because Boston won't be seeing it this year.
Nice.
I meant what I said. Folks, if you had fun, make sure to check us out at youtube.com/3dads-in-a-console where you can check us out live, just like some of the fine folks in chat did today. Thank you for hanging out with us. Also, you can check out some articles we got at 3dadsconsole.com. And also, if you like The Sims, shout out to EA, hashtag EA partner. We've been giving away a bunch of Sim stuff over on X or Twitter. We are at 3dadspod. So definitely enter. There right now we're giving away Sims 1 and 2, like
on PC, baby. Let's go.
Remaster, Legacy Collection. Like I'm actually gonna because I get like one for myself, like Sims 2. I feel like I used to play that and it's gonna be cool on Steam Deck. So I actually might like do that. So I'm kind of excited. I think my daughter would like it too.
Let's
you know
go.
what I mean? So but yeah, like they're like just stuff. So if you like Sims, go check us out there because we're usually giving stuff away there. Yes.
One last thing. If the show doesn't look good next week, it's because I am in St. Lucia and Waba is running the technical aspect of it.
Oh crap! I forgot about that. Okay, well, hey, do you think you can remote in from St. Lucia?
No.
Why?
Because,
just right off the internet.
No, because I leave Thursday morning, but Wednesday night, I'm driving Kenzie to my parents' house and they're having us for dinner and all that stuff.
Yeah, so while you're in the car, hotspot.
Done.
Or just
it'll be shaking. Hey everybody.
You get the was it Gen Z shake?
Yeah, some woman from Dunkin' Donuts will be like, Dunkin' Donuts, what do you want? And I'm like, hold on a sec, guys. I gotta order. It's 7:30, but I gotta order my iced coffee because I'm an addict. Yeah, hi honey. I'll have a large iced coffee. Get a black, half ice, please. That's how they get you.
That's exactly how it is.
That's Waba has seen me work. That's exactly how it is.
He cannot operate without it. So at PAX he's like 3 deep. Not even one shake.
Nope. Shake, dude. I'm an addict. I don't shake.
Yeah.
I don't
Donkey junkie.
I only shake if I don't have an iced coffee now.
Right now. But yeah, thank you folks for spending some time with us, and some of us will talk to you next week. And
some of us
we'll see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, Waba, you got this. Shout out also Antonio, my goat. I love you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.